The Gale Whitman Show, brought to you by Up Nortco, over 30 years of leisure and recreational products for the great outdoors. And by Rut Now, a complete selection of wildlife calls and decoys. Bring that trophy buck home, Rut Now. And by Waylon Boone's original Johnny on the Spot, portable waste systems for today's anglers and hunters. Now grab your rod and fill your thermos as we head outside with Gale Whitman.
Dear Gramps, it's good to be home, but it's been challenging to be around Dad. He's got an old fishing show he's trying to keep alive and a new wife he's trying to keep up with. The old man is excited as hell I've come back home from LA, figuring I would take over as producer and apply all the skills I learned in film school to the show. Not my idea of making it in the movie business, but Dad spent a lot of money for me to go out there, and I feel guilty I haven't got more to show for my experience. I've been watching a lot of home movies since I've been back. I thought seeing you, Gramps, in these old hunting and fishing films would put me in the right frame of mind for Dad's show. I almost forgot how influential these were to my pursuit of filmmaking. I avoided it as long as I could, but Dad wanted to see the movie I made with his money. I knew it was a mistake, but what could I do? Now, this isn't a fishing show, Dad. It has nothing to do with that. It's supposed to be a comedy, and I wrote it when I was really depressed back in school, and I just... Never mind. Essentially, I was very disillusioned about movies and filmmaking when I got to Hollywood, and how everything is marketed toward young, stupid people. So I tried to make an intelligent film about a group of employees at a movie theater who are, for the most part, young and stupid. It's got plenty of movie references, catfight scenes, special effects, sex, violence, aliens. I cast myself as a brooding usher who's either making out or fighting with his girlfriend. After our big blowout and my subsequent rejection from another girl, I go off the deep end and dress up like De Niro in Taxi Driver for the perfect homage to Scorsese.
Are you talking during the film? Are you talking during the film? I don't hear anyone else. Are you talking? Okay. Yeah.
In spite of the bells and whistles, my film was apparently too abstract for the Hollywood marketing people.
But in Taxi Driver, didn't De Niro use a gun? He used a gun, didn't he?
Yes, right with a gun.
De Niro used a gun.
Right, but the character I play in this film, he's at a movie theater. He's just an usher, so all he has is a flashlight. Because he just wants people to be quiet during a movie, Because don't you hate it when you go to a movie and everybody's talking, you just want them to shut up, right?
Okay.
It took 3 years of my life to finish that film. I almost had a nervous breakdown. I hope Dad would just fall asleep like he does with every other movie. For better or worse, Dad hasn't mentioned the film. I think he's trying to put it out of his mind and maintain his optimism that I'm going to help improve his TV show. One of the problems we have to deal with is that Dad has been losing sponsors. A small detail he hasn't bothered to tell me about. This is Ted. Daryl, yes, hello. Hey, we got a problem down here. The bass opener is tomorrow, and we haven't gotten a boat from you guys. For my dad, Gale Whitman. The show you've sponsored for the past 16 years. You're terminating your sponsorship with us. What in the hell for, Daryl? Gale Whitman is like the most respected outdoorsman in the Midwest.
Those guys don't care about me anymore. They're looking for a bunch of hotshots.
You found somebody else to sponsor. Do you mind telling me who?
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Howdy, friends. I'm Buck Fielding. This week we're up in chilly Minnesota for the opening of largemouth bass season. My buddy Steve Saponiak here from Predator Guide Service is going to treat us to some of the hot spots on the Bluegill River. Stevie, tell the folks at home what our strategy is for the day.
Well, first of all, Buck, we're on the Gull River, and I figured we'd head up north to some of the...
We're gonna rock this river, Steve! Boom! Now, normally, ladies and gentlemen, Minnesota's considered to be a walleye fishing state. Frankly, I don't understand. To me, there's nothing more exciting than landing a big mouth. And there's plenty of lakes up here to find them in, too. Right, Stevie? Anyway, let's go show these locals a thing or two about what they're missing out on.
With today's busy lifestyle, it's difficult to spend as much time in the great outdoors as we'd like. As a result, many suffer from fatigue, depression, or even seasonal indigestion disorder. Now, Up Nordco can help you change that stale office atmosphere into a wooded wilderness with Campfire Magic Incense. Let the aromatherapy of Up Nordco's specially designed incense take you back up to the cabin, where a morning of good fishing was followed by a breakfast of eggs and sizzling sausage links over an open fire. Later, roasting marshmallows with the kids. Even the mischievous behavior of your bored children is nostalgic. Yes, the campfire is one of the most ancient and powerful ways to commune with nature. Now you can enjoy the great outdoors wherever you are.
Up Nordco, everything you need for the great outdoors.
Well, folks, I'm out here fishing for crappie today. This is my place. Yep, I think the fish even know me here. It doesn't get any nicer than this. I've been coming here for 40 years. This is Gale Whitman.
Hey, old-timer! You go make your home movies in that other bay? We're trying to make a fishing show here.
Blow it out your ass, hotshot.
That wasn't very Minnesota nice.
Dad's fourth wife, Rhonda, is a pill. She's at least 20 years younger than Dad, and she's obnoxious. Supposedly, they met at a sportsman's show where Rhonda was modeling camouflage undergarments or something, but being from a small town, I soon learned where they really met. Now she's part of the show. She changed her name to Elizabeth and feels she has a lot to offer the world of outdoor sports.
Elizabeth, tell our potential sponsors out there some of your wonderful ideas for the show.
Well, Gale, the great outdoors is not just for men and their guns. Mother Nature provides countless materials for crafts, either for home or the some kind of bug. Honey, don't. Oh,
Shelly.
it's on my arm. Bee! God, bee!
She aspires to be known as the Martha Stewart of the great outdoors, but she's clueless about the outdoors. Dad gave her a whistle to call for help when she encounters danger, which seems to be 20 feet in any direction away from the cabin. I'm trying hard to be open-minded and appreciate Rhonda's enthusiasm for Dad's sake, but her ideas are just ridiculous.
Arr! See, don't ever pet a woodland animal. See, won't this be great for the show?
We even lost a good intern who just couldn't stand having to pander to Rhonda's inspirations.
Get this down. Thunder. Thunder. Water. Thunder water. Water. Watery thunder.
Rhonda makes me think of my favorite line by Garrison Keillor. The urge to perform is not an indication of talent.
I dance. I fly. I feel so high.
So what are you getting at, Teddy?
You're letting Rhonda take over the show, Dad.
Oh, come on.
You really think the puppet thing is a good idea?
We need to expand our viewers.
Dad, the guys that have been watching your show for 20 years, they don't want to tune in to see a beaver dancing around on a log.
She's been working her butt off trying to come up with new ideas for the show. If you took half as much interest in it...
Dad, don't start on me with that.
I spent $45,000 on that Hollywood
Mallard,
film.
2 o'clock. I really do want to help Dad out with the show. I know his heart is in the right place, and he's providing me with a great opportunity. But unfortunately, it's not always Dad's heart that guides his decision-making.
Oh, Ron. Whoa, Rhonda! Oh, Rhonda!
One of the best things about being home is spending time with Dad's old buddy Jim Littlebear, a rare individual, and not just because he's an Indian. He knows how to listen to you without interrupting, another quality which is beyond Rhonda. Littlebear told me how he crushed Rhonda's stereotype of Indians one day while walking in the woods.
You help. What? Are you hearing the voices of your ancestors on the wind?
No, I'm lost.
You're lost.
Oh, I left my GPS unit back at the village. I never do that.
What's a GPS unit? Is that one of those little medicine pouches that has the feathers and the stones and how you communicate?
No, it's a global positioning unit. You know, the satellites can pick us up any place on Earth. Oh, you know what? I didn't forget my cell phone. I'll call Gale. He can come look for us.
I don't know where I'd be right now without Frank Nelson and Associates.
Attorney Frank Nelson, your legal counsel of the North Woods.
Initially, I was concerned about opening up a law office in this part of the country, but I quickly discovered how important my services were to the folks in this region.
Accidents happen out in the woods. I don't mean with hunting weapons. The people are pretty safe. It's the animals. You just don't know.
Bill Hauser came to me last fall with an amazing account of his horrific experience using a certain deer call while hunting.
It's hard to talk about.
Bill was bow hunting last November 10th, which was the height of the white-tailed deer rut season. This, of course, is when the male deer are crazy with lust. The deer calling device Bill used is designed to sound like a doe in heat, which is a very effective lure during the rut season.
I've been hunting long enough to know how bucks act during the rut, but this was way different than I've ever seen. I never knew what hit me.
I did some research and found out this product did not meet state safety regulations and felt the company which designed the product was responsible for both the physical and emotional trauma Bill Hauser had suffered.
Thanks to Frank Nelson's hard work, I've been able to rebuild my life, and I'm looking forward to getting back out in the woods again.
Experience, dedication, caring. Let Frank Nelson help you find your way out of the woods.
When I went to my first production meeting, Littlebear did his best to prepare me for what I was getting into.
Yeah, went for a walk the other day and came across this good clean spot. And I found this. I want to give this to you. It's a sacred rock. And in our way, this will protect you and give you strength. And, well, you're going to probably need some strength from this meeting coming up this morning.
He was right. I did need strength. I got to meet more people who are a part of the show, like Dad's lawyer, Frank Nelson. Rhonda introduced her stupid puppet show idea, and Dad's field host, Scotty Cummings, who's an outdoor survival expert and friend to all animals, thinks the Gale Whitman Show should sponsor a men's retreat to reconnect with Mother Earth.
I've been a conservation officer here for about 12, 13 years.
I was really surprised to see that even my dad was influenced by reality TV when I saw the segments featuring Conservation Officer Bill Torgerson.
There. Something moved. There it is, right there. Drop the gun, police! Get down on the ground! Down on the ground! Fly home! Fly! Over. Stay off the concrete. That's when I looked up and saw a shadow. It was a big shadow. There should not be anything that big in this lake. That's when Jack attacked me. And we started struggling here. He started dragging me out into deeper water. Get out about 20 feet is when he started doing the turtle death roll. And he took me under pretty deep. We're stepping up patrols. We're doing everything we can to keep the public safe, because this is one big turtle. You know, could never handle a desk job. It's not my style.
It's clear to see that Dad's show is not just about guys catching fish, which gives me hope in a way. Maybe there's more opportunity here than I thought. I had an unexpected visit from a guy I met in film school, Tyler. He caused quite a stir. I'm ashamed to admit that there have been more sightings of Sasquatch in my hometown than black people. But what really turned the town upside down was the rumor that he works on one of those obnoxious reality TV shows and was looking for talent.
You're him, aren't you? The survival reality show guy?
Yep.
Just wanted to say that that show is a guide by which I strive to live my life.
Really?
Yeah. Show no fear. I was sort of wondering if I could audition for the show. Well, in fact, as a member of the local law enforcement and Department of Natural Resources, I might even insist upon it.
Insist? You know, there just might be something for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you gotta be behind me with this, okay?
Okay.
Dad was excited when he learned I had a contact with a network TV guy from LA. He thought I could talk him into helping us out with our show. But frankly, I didn't expect much of anything from Tyler.
Crappyville's finest. That crazy son of a...
Still playing Hollywood Big Shot, huh, Tyler? Let me guess. You delivered pizza to the production office. Or did you pee with the second director?
Ah, see, that's where you're wrong. I really was on the payroll, and I really was a part of the show. I got coffee, huh? Yeah. People get testy without a hot beverage. You got a lion? Hot cappuccino, you get a pussycat.
Coffee, really? Wow.
But anyway, that's not why I'm here.
Really? Well, the rest of town thinks you're here to sign him up for that reality show.
I'm here to talk to you, Teddy. Hey, remember Jason Bigelow back in school? He is this close to getting backing for a major feature film. Hey, I figured, hey, you know what? Let's bring Teddy along. We're sure to get the deal.
Are you so delusional you're going to believe Jason Bigelow? Remember who he said his mother was?
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, except she was dead before he was born.
Can they do that?
Tyler, I want you to gather up your hemp wardrobe, your free-range vitamins, and whatever la-la land residue you brought with you, and just get out of town.
You're giving up the coast so you can rule Crappyville?
Tyler, I'm going to go outside and talk to Officer Torgerson about your real position on the reality show. Excuse me. Truthfully, I was hoping there might be some reliable news from Tyler of a legitimate film project I could get involved with. Then I would have a good excuse for leaving town again.
Officer Torgerson! You might want to take off your gun belt before you roll in the...
But since I've been back, I've had the feeling that I wouldn't get anywhere by trying to escape again. Not now, at least. So I'm doing my best to keep the Gale Whitman Show going. Cut, Dad. What is so hard about drawing a straight line?
All we're talking about is a floor. There's a floor here, okay? A couple walls.
Don't retrace the floor. The floor is fine. A straight line is just a straight line.
Straight.
You're showing how cold it is in here. Don't do that. Just draw a straight line. Like I said, it's been challenging, incredibly challenging sometimes, but that comes with the territory. In spite of the frustrations, this is where the inspiration began for me. Here at home in flyover country. These old movies of you in the outdoors reminds me of your stories and your advice for me to advance confidently in the direction of my own dreams. Your favorite quote by Thoreau. I came home feeling discouraged because with all my advancing, I hadn't actually arrived anywhere. But as I consider my accomplishments and failures so far, I think of another favorite line of yours by Shakespeare. What is past is prologue.
And this one is a limited ticket. We call it our Big Orange ticket. It's a $20 ticket.
Big Orange ticket.
We have $2,500 first prize, $1,000 second prize, and then 2 guns.
Elizabeth Whitman here. We're here at the Barnum United Methodist Church Car Bash. So Luke, lived here your whole life?
No, last couple of years.
What do you think of it?
This is about the most exciting time of year.
So, do you live in a teepee? Do you smoke a peace pipe?
Don't shoot! I'm going to get my mail!
Do you ever ride your horse wearing just nothing but one of those little breechcloth things?
Me, Margaret, I'm just going to get my mail. Damn it! Oh.
You know, so I needed to come to a professional animal stuffer guy like
you do look familiar. Rhinestone Rhonda! Let me get a picture of you and the beaver.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Henry.
Thanks, Henry.
Thank you, Henry.
As our friend Henry got simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. And then do I still do thank you, Henry?
Yes.
As Henry David Thoreau said, simplicity, simplicity. Thank you, Henry. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. Thank you, Henry. And thank you, folks. See you next time on the Gale Whitman Show.